What's happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So I haven't been putting out as many videos as I would have loved to. I've been struck down by illness. I called it the mandatory December illness. I'm glad that it's come just before Christmas, of course. So fingers crossed, I hope I've got over it completely. But purpose of making this video will be in regards to the Qarabag game in the Europa League, and this is the preview. So this will be the last game within the group stages. We of course have secured qualification into the last 32. We also have essentially secured the top spot. Of course, Sporting Lisbon can still finish with the same amount of points as us if they do win their game, and we obviously find ourselves losing, but I can't see that happening. Of course, Qarabag are at the bottom of the table, we're at the top of the table, so it's a completely huge contrast in terms of the two teams. I do believe Unai Emery will play a slightly weakened team to face Qarabag in preparation for the game against Southampton over the weekend, which will be an extremely important game moving forward within the Premier League itself. But we'll talk about that after the Qarabag game. However, I do believe a weakened team will be fielded, in mainly made out of youngsters. It will be a home game, so a lot of players won't have to travel in terms of the first team players. We may also see the return of Koscielny into the first team, but this preview is not going to be long, really. We'll just make it nice, short and snappy. Talk about team news. Mavropanos is still out. Nacho Monreal is still out. Danny Welbeck is also still out. He's got the long-term injury. Rob Holding, another long-term injury. Rob Holding will certainly be missed. We didn't cover the news when he got injured, and this will be a huge blow for the team, I do believe, moving forward. He had actually bedded in well in terms of what Unai Emery was looking for. He had actually started to perform to a very good level, in my opinion, and if he had stayed fit for the rest of the season, we would have seen a much improved Rob Holding over the seasons. Of course, he did have a very good season a couple of seasons ago, and then his sort of form dipped, but this season we were sort of seeing the player that we had seen back then, and it's a real shame for the team that he's actually found himself with a long-term injury. It's really disappointing for us, but we obviously move on. There will be someone who will be able to obviously take place within that space. We've been seeing Unai Emery playing Lichtsteiner as the third central defender out of that three at the back formation. Can we play that for prolonged periods throughout the whole season? I don't know. We obviously have to wait and see how that one pans out, of course. So Rob Holding, another injury within the team. Ramsey is a doubt as well. Mesut Ozil, again, yet another doubt. So it's going close to about five to 4 games really since we haven't seen Mesut Ozil feature within the team. What is going on? He's got this back spasm that we keep getting told about, but it's very interesting that he doesn't seem to be recovering. I've seen him train, really. I've seen images of him training, but he doesn't seem to be recovering. Maybe we may see him starting tomorrow, we don't know. But of course, Mesut Ozil is one of those players that's been listed as injured. So as mentioned, this game is pretty much just to get the formalities out of the way in terms of the group stages of the Europa League. Very boring up until this point, but we're getting into the last 32. We're going to get down to business. Teams such as Napoli will be dropping in from the Champions League. Of course, they couldn't secure qualification against Liverpool yesterday. So a better caliber of teams will be joining the actual knockout phases, which will make the competition slightly a little bit more interesting. But my predicted starting 11 for tomorrow, I do believe, as I said, it's going to be a team made out of second-tier players as well as some youngsters. So I believe Unai Emery will be starting the likes of Petr Cech. Carl Jenkinson may certainly also feature. I do believe Koscielny may also feature in the game tomorrow. Smith Rowe will be one of the other players that we will see be playing in that game. Maitland-Niles, I believe he will be starting as well. And of course, we'll see the likes of maybe Iwobi, he may start, as well as Mkhitaryan as one of the senior players in there. Lichtsteiner, we may see him start as well. So just to name a few of the players that may certainly start. We may see other youngsters get involved within the team itself. But again, as I said, formalities just to get through the group stages, of course, and we'll have to see how this one pans out in terms of the actual knockout phases. I don't know who we will get, but hopefully our path will be easy. Hopefully Sporting Lisbon won't get a result, and hopefully we will get a result so that we can certainly secure that top spot within the group stages. But of course, as I said, the top spot has been secured for us within this group. It was a fairly easy group, to be honest. It wasn't that difficult. Sporting Lisbon, of course, gave us the 2 good games over the 6 games within this particular group. Everyone else really wasn't that much of a match for Arsenal throughout the whole group phases. We ended up going to Sporting Lisbon and we won 1-0. 1-0, and they came over to us, and I think it was a 0-0 draw at home. But apart from them, it wasn't that difficult to get out of the group. So hopefully the form will continue into the knockout phases. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.